All righty. Welcome in, everybody. It is Monday night, and I wish we had some better things to talk about, but Jeff Passan, about 15 minutes ago, dropped a tweet with a story about what's going on with the Mets GM, Jared Porter, sending explicit photos to a female reporter. We usually have a fun little intro and everything, but we're going to just jump right into the story. We are going to go through the story. We are going to read it, and we are going to react to it in real time together. So let's dive into this thing, because this could cost a man his job, rightfully so. Let's get into it. We are going to read it. Let me make sure you can see it. All right, here we go. This is from Mina Kimes and Jeff Passan. New York Mets general manager Jared Porter sent explicit, unsolicited texts and images to a female reporter in 2016, culminating with a picture of an erect, naked penis. Anything that culminates in that via text is usually a bad sign, according to a copy of the text history obtained by ESPN. The woman, a foreign correspondent who had moved to the United States to cover Major League Baseball, said at one point she ignored more than 60 messages from Porter, 60, before he sent a final lewd photo. Dude, what's it got to take? Why do you think after 60 ignored texts that's the move? Come on, dude. Bad play. Awful. The text relationship started casually before Porter. Then the Cubs director of professional scouting began complimenting her appearance, inviting her to meet him in various cities, and asking why she was ignoring him. Dude, you know why she's ignoring you. And texts show she had stopped responding to Porter after he sent a photo of pants featuring a bulge in the groin area. Porter continued texting her anyway, sending dozens of messages despite the lack of a response. On August 11, 2016, a day after asking her to meet him at a hotel in Los Angeles, Porter sent the woman 17 photos. The first 15 photos were of the hotel and the restaurants. The 16th was same as the earlier photo of the bulge. Again, not good. And the 17th was the bombshell, the bare penis. Not good. Reached by ESPN on Monday evening, Porter acknowledged texting with the woman. He initially said he had not sent any pictures of himself. When told the exchanges show he had sent selfies and other pictures, he said that the more explicit ones are not of me. Those are kinda like joke stock images. Asking whether ESPN was planning to run a story, he asked for more time before later declining further comment. In December of 2017, ESPN obtained messages after being alerted to their existence by a baseball source. ESPN reached out to the woman, interviewed her, and was prepared to report about the allegations, but did not do so after the woman concluded her career would be harmed if the story came out. ESPN has periodically kept in touch with the woman, who since has left journalism, and in recent days, she decided to come forward only on the condition of anonymity because she fears backlash in her home country. My number one motivation is I want to prevent this from happening to someone else, she told ESPN. She told ESPN through an interpreter. Obviously, he's a much greater position of power. I want to prevent that from happening again. The only thing I never really got the notion that he was truly sorry. I know in the U.S. there's a women's empowerment movement, but in my home country, it's still far behind. Women get dragged through the mud if your name is associated with any type of sexual scandal. Women are the ones who get fingers pointed at them. I don't want to go through the victimization process again. I don't want other people to blame me. That's rough, man. That's rough. Let's keep going. Porter, 41, was hired by the Mets, hired as Mets GM on December 13th to help lead new owner Steve Cohen's front office. He apologized to the woman in 2016 by text after she saw the naked picture and texted that his messages were extremely inappropriate, very offensive, and getting out of line. In a statement to ESPN on Monday night, here we go. Mets president Sandy Alderson said, "I have spoken directly with Jared Porter regarding the events that took place in 2016. of which we were made aware tonight for the first time. Jared has acknowledged to me his serious error in judgment, has taken responsibility for his conduct. He's going to lose his job. He's out, right? He's gone. He's expressed remorse. That doesn't matter. And has previously apologized for his action. The Mets take these matters seriously, expect professional and ethical behavior from all of our employees, and certainly do not condone the conduct described in your story. We will follow up as we review the facts regarding this issue. He's gone. There's no way he's going to hold on to that job. No way at all. They didn't know about it. They're just being made aware of all of this tonight. No, sir. He's a goner. Let's see. Let's continue. 3 other people interviewed by ESPN said they saw or were told of the text at the time. The messages provide a portrait of a rising executive, a reporter working with a limited grasp of the English language and American customs, and how seemingly friendly banter ended in a lewd, unsolicited photo. The woman met Porter in an elevator at Yankee Stadium, June 26, 2016. She said they talked briefly. The only time they ever spoke, she told ESPN, about international baseball prospects and exchanged business cards. Porter began texting her the afternoon they met, and before the day was over, had asked her 3 times to get a drink. Ease up, man. The woman said she agreed to meet Porter because she thought he was volunteering himself as a source and expected they would discuss baseball. Porter asked in a text if she had a boyfriend. The woman said at the time she believed he was simply being friendly. Men are not being friendly if they ask that question. As she did not think someone she barely knew would be so forward. That night, after she said she couldn't meet with him, but would the next day, Porter sent an unsolicited selfie. Like, ? He asked. She did not respond. Oh, we got a picture. Oh, we got pictures. We got screenshots. Okay. If I had a better understanding, not just of the language, but of the culture, I definitely would have realized sooner what was going on, the woman told ESPN. There it is. You're so pretty. Do you have a boyfriend? Woof. Okay. This is never a good idea. I don't even understand. So you follow up, do you have a boyfriend yet, with that photo? That's your go-to move? That's what you're going with? Like, okay. Let's continue. Porter texted again the next day, according to the messages, and attempts by both to set up a meeting fell through. On July 19, 2016, he reached out to her again, inquiring as to her whereabouts and asking, why aren't we hanging out? Porter asked whether the woman remembered what he looked like and said, you're so pretty. Do you have a boyfriend yet? And sent the selfie and said, it can be me. Eesh. Again, no. The woman responded with text shorthand indicating laughter and added, let's meet. Porter asked for a picture. In her home country, the woman told ESPN it's very common for friends of the opposite sex to send each other photos. I didn't think much of it. After she sent a selfie, Porter responded, you're gorgeous. Want more of me? Again, this is very cringeworthy. Like, this is desperate, cringeworthy stuff. This man did not get enough attention as a kid. She said yes, explaining to ESPN, I thought it would be awkward to say no. I didn't think of where it would progress. Porter sent 3 pictures, including the first of several that would show a man lying on a bed with a bulge in his pants. The woman said she initially was confused. Like, ? Porter wrote. She laughed again and texted yes. That's not good, though. Let's keep going. Though she told ESPN that she didn't realize the intention of the photo taken on the bed. You are not married, she asked. Once she recognized the sexual nature of the bed picture, she resolved to cut off communication, she said. Yeah, I mean, you have to. Get out of that. Porter would send 62 unanswered texts, including 7 photos between July 19th and August 10th, the day before a final flurry from Los Angeles that included the nude photo. His first unanswered text on July 19th said he was not married. He followed up, "What picture do you like the most? Want to see more? Question mark, question mark." About 5 hours later, "Hello, beautiful." I mean, what's he on? It's time to stop texting. Okay. After about 90 minutes after that, "Is it too much for you?" 2 hours later, "Where did you go?" Man, almost 3 hours later, 2:03, "I'm bored." And there's the bulge. That's, yeah, we're moving on. "Am I annoying you? Look at this. Why won't you answer me, beautiful?" Guys, we all know, as men, all the dudes here hanging out in the chat, we all know time to cut it. Like, this is done. Move on. This is not, no. You stop, right? This is it. All right. Let's keep going. After Desperationville, where do we get to? The pattern of unsolicited messages without response continued for weeks as the two separately crisscrossed the country watching baseball in different venues, with Porter sending photos from hotels. The day after the woman stopped returning his text, Porter wrote, "Mad at me?" ? Later that day, he sent 3 more pictures. The first was of a World Series ring he had won during 12 years. The World Series ring wasn't on something, was it? Like, that's not where we're going with this photo, because that would be ridiculous. I don't mean to laugh at this. This is not a laughing matter. But if he put the ring on the thing, that would just move. Okay, let's get back to this. First, it was a World Series ring he had won during 12 years with the Red Sox, where he had risen from intern to pro scouting director and won 3 championships. The other 2 were bed pictures of a man's clothed groin, to which he added a message, "Am I annoying you?" Porter sent 7 more messages that day, including one that said the Cubs had made a trade and another that said, "You're hard to get." So he's mixing in all this desperate stuff with the Cubs made a trade. Is this how this guy's going to GM? I mean, whoa. 2:44 a.m. the next day. 2:44 a.m. "I want to see you." 7 hours later, he wrote, "Do you want to see me?" 3 hours after that, he said, "I'm sorry." And at 10:59, "I thought we could have some fun." On July 23rd, his 4th consecutive day of texting without a response, Porter wrote, "I'm a nice guy, you know." 4 straight days without a response. Again, guys that are in the chat, you're done, right? You're cutting bait. And I mean, this is bad as it is, but come on. Let's continue. Guys, hold your thoughts, man. I want to get your thoughts when I'm done reading this thing. So we had no responses for 4 straight days. "I'm a nice guy." Later, was it the pictures? Here we go. Later that day, he said, "Was it the pictures that made you mad?" That night, he sent another selfie, because that seems like a good play. I mean, at this point, Shez responded in 4 days to your bulge pictures, your Cubs trade pictures, and your "Are you mad at me?" text. So I think it's time, right? Shouldn't care about your Cubs trade. Time to move on. Porter continued to text the woman sporadically, asking on August 8th, "Are you okay?" The next day, both were at Wrigley Field. "I think I just saw you." Porter wrote, "You're so beautiful." The woman told the you see that, guys? We have another picture. The woman told ESPN she felt panicky and hid from him. I mean, listen, this is bad news. These some of these guys that turn into predators. Like, look, this guy, I don't believe he thought in his own head that he was being a predator. I just think the dude's a creep. Let's keep going. Now that's irrelevant to what she thinks. If in her mind he was being a predator, like it was very predatory. I'll put it that way. But I don't think he thought that's what he was doing. He was just being a creep. A day later, "I'll be in LA this weekend at the best hotel in America. Can you meet me there?" The day after that, August 11th, Porter sent the woman a message, 5:53, that said, "You're missing out." He followed with 17 pictures, including the one of the naked penis. Is that where we're going next? There There it is. I think there's a belly in there. I mean, okay. And this is what you follow up with. So you send that gem. Okay. There's an L. Literally, there's an L there. That's an L, Porter. Then he follows it with question mark, are you there? Question mark, mad at me. Sad face. Not going well. Come to LA. You can watch somebody work out and watch something play. Oh my gosh. After 2 hours of sending photos, Porter sent more messages. The first of which, are you there? Are you mad at me? Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what you're hoping for. Like it's been days now, right? And they saw each other and she hid from him. So his ace up the sleeve, is that bad news? Just bad decision, man. It's wrong. Let's just put it that way. Wrong. All right. The woman said she did not know how to respond. How would you respond? I wouldn't know how to respond. If I'm a woman and I get that, I'm like, great. No. Being alone in a different country made it tougher, she said. I didn't know who to trust and who to rely on. She had shown the sexually explicit image to a player from her home country and an interpreter who helped craft the response sent to Porter. This is extremely inappropriate, very offensive, and getting out of line. Could you please stop sending offensive photos or messages? Porter responded in a series of messages. Oh, I'm sorry. I will stop. I really apologize. Please let me know if you ever need anything work-wise. The next day, he texted again. I'm sorry. Of course, he's still texting. A day later, he shared a photo from Dodger Stadium because that's what you want. You want to keep sending photos. Get a clue, man. It was the last message that Porter sent. She considered alerting the Cubs, but she said she was concerned about possible repercussions. That summer, she said she had developed a serious sleeping problem and was racked with anxiety about whether she had made the wrong decision coming to the U.S. Eventually, the woman said she told her bosses, who referred her to a lawyer and connected her with a Cubs employee from her country. The woman and the employee met during 2016 postseason in Chicago. The woman did not want to identify the employee publicly because she feared retribution. The employee, she said, told her Porter wanted to apologize in person. Oh, yeah. Ugh. She did not want to see him. Big surprise. The employee, she said, encouraged her to use the situation to her advantage. She said he pressed her numerous times on whether she planned to file a lawsuit against Porter. You can kind of see where that's going. In an interview Monday, the employee confirmed he knows Porter and the woman, and he had discussed the situation with both. When asked by ESPN if he told the woman to use the situation to her advantage, the employee said, I was just listening to both. I didn't want to ruin anything. I don't want to be on one side. Following the Cubs' victory over the Indians, their first championship in 108 years, Porter left the organization to join the Diamondbacks as an assistant GM. The woman said she remained in touch with the Cubs employee and saw him in spring training 2017 when she said she was still considering filing a lawsuit. The employee became angry, she said. They haven't spoken since. The employee denied getting angry, adding that whenever I was talking to her, I was basically listening to her. The woman declined to pursue legal action and told ESPN she has no plans to do so. The Cubs released a statement to ESPN late Monday. The story came to our attention tonight, and we are not aware of this incident ever being reported to the organization. Got to watch that. Got to watch that. If it did, you start thinking about who knew what. There could be some issues here. All right, let's keep going. Had we been notified, we would have taken swift action as the alleged behavior is in violation of our conduct code. The team said, while these two individuals are no longer with the organization, we take issues of sexual harassment seriously and plan to investigate the matter. Over the course of the 2017 season, the woman said she turned down opportunities to travel to Arizona to cover the Diamondbacks because she was afraid of running into Porter. She said she did not see him again until the postseason when he was standing near the batting cage at the Diamondback Stadium. She said she immediately left the area and hid. Of course. The dude's a creep. I would run and hide too. While I was hiding, I was frustrated. She told ESPN in 2017, why do I have to hide? There he is. There's the man with a plan right there. Uh-huh. No, thank you. Porter's rise in baseball continued. His name was frequently mentioned when GM jobs opened. He interviewed for the LA Angels job this winter and was a finalist behind Perry Manason. When the Mets sought a GM to work alongside and perhaps potentially take over from Sandy Alderson, Porter emerged as a finalist and beat out former colleague and Red Sox assistant GM Zach Scott, who later joined the Mets in the same role. The woman, meanwhile, returned to her home country and left journalism industry altogether. She now works in finance. While she said the fallout of the texts from Porter wasn't the sole reason for leaving the industry, it caused her to think about her future and how remaining around baseball long term was simply untenable. It would be a lie to say similar occurrences hadn't happened to me. She said, in a male-dominated industry, but it was a tipping point for me. I started to ask myself, why do I have to put myself through these situations to earn a living? And Tyler Chatwood signed with the Jays. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Well, we had some photos. We had this one. That's an L. Do you have a boyfriend yet? And that's what you come with after that. That's a fail. And then we had that, another fail. And that's that comes after. Am I annoying you? Sad face, sad face. Why won't you answer me? I think you know why, dude. And then we had literally the L. Literally an L. There's skin there. It's probably belly. I don't even want to see that. And again, nothing but question marks and sad faces. Okay. So that is the story from ESPN. This is obviously going to run him out. There's no way he's going to hang out there. Hey guys, everybody. So now I'm looking at the chat. Let's see. We're going to look at the chat. I see we got to put some people in timeout. We will do that. Bill, you are going to timeout. Let's see. Okay. So, I mean, listen, this is unacceptable behavior. There is absolutely no way he holds his. I mean, he's going to get canned tomorrow. He is definitely going to get canned. I do need mods. Kyle, you're correct. I need to look into that, and I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that taken care of. I can put guys in timeout, and but I was reading, so I didn't see any spamming that was going on. So I apologize for that for anybody that was listening or trying to contribute in the chat. So this is it, man. Say goodbye. There is no way Jared Porter holds on to this job moving forward. And I mean, how could he? There's absolutely no way. This is inexcusable. Lawrence, what does it mean to Porter? He's gone. There's no way he holds on to this job. They don't keep him for this. This is it. Goodbye. You cannot accept this. If you don't fire him, you're saying that you condone that type of behavior. He's gone. He's gone. Definitely. He's fired by tomorrow, Ben. 1,000%. He's gone. They will be in scramble mode to get a new GM. So goodbye. Goodbye. Theo should step down from MLB. Well, they're going to have to do an investigation on that. They are going to have to do some kind of investigation with the Cubs. I'm sure the Cubs will do an internal investigation and take a look at this and decide if anybody within the Cubs organization, Theo Epstein being one of them, knew anything about it. I don't know if there's a coincidence with Theo stepping down, a few weeks ago. All of it is speculation and allegedness, but are they connected? I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't know that, but we've got, this is just, it's wrong. Number one. And it, any of the good guys out there, like this just makes men look like trash. I think this guy's just a creep. Honestly, I think Jared Porter is a creep and had absolutely no idea that he was doing what he was doing. I mean, he had to know, and I'm not making excuses, and I'm not saying it's right. But what I am saying is I think he's just a creep. I think he didn't have a filter to understand that what he was doing, the severity of what he was doing, because he's sending, days are going by and his text messages are not, and not even the pictures, just his text messages are not getting a response. And now you send pictures, like, thinking that that's going to change some things. I mean, he's gone. You're right. He is definitely going to be he's definitely going to be out. He's definitely going to be out. That's for sure. So that is that. I mean, there's no way he holds on to his job for sure. We are going to put Dylan in timeout. Sorry, Dylan. Yeah, he's done in baseball, Ben. I think you're right. I think he's done in baseball. This is going to be it for him. And you know what? Who cares? I don't think anybody cares. Goodbye. See you later. And I'm not just trying to stand on a pedestal here and act like I'm a saint, but you just gotta be smarter. Yeah, he's gonna be fired tomorrow. I mean, he could still get fired tonight. I mean, we could get word, a tweet could come out from Jeff Passan in 10 minutes that says he's gone. Let's see. Bob Nightingale. Hold on. This is Bob. So Bob Nightingale tweeted about 9 minutes ago, and it's just the story. We talk about the statement from Sandy Alderson sort of early on in this story. They did respond to the allegation. Let's see, where was it? Here it is in a statement. This was Sandy Alderson's statement. I've spoken directly with Jared Porter regarding the events that took place in 2016, of which we were made aware tonight for the first time. They didn't know. It's got to go. He's got to go. So that's going to be it. Jared acknowledged a serious error in judgment, has taken responsibility for his conduct, and expressed remorse, and has previously apologized for his actions. Again, okay, you're not going to get you're not going to get any you're not going to get any sort of leniency for saying, yeah, I did it. We know you did it. The text message, the text threads are there. We know you did it. The other piece that really stuck out to me was, where was it in here? Saying that they were, here it is, reached by ESPN on Monday evening. This was just, Porter acknowledged texting with the woman. He initially said he had not sent any picture of himself. When told the exchanges show he had sent selfies and other pictures, he said that the more explicit ones are not of me. Those are kind of like joke stock images. Dude, stop it. Stop it. No. I mean, and it doesn't even matter if they're not of you. It doesn't matter. You just, this is terrible. And again, read it here at the beginning. Reached by ESPN Monday evening, Porter acknowledged texting, and he initially said he had not sent any pictures of himself. He didn't admit to sending pictures of himself until he knew what ESPN had. He was told how the exchanges. So now Porter's like, oh, they got they have the texts. They have the text thread. It showed that he sent selfies and other pictures. And then he's like, oh, well, the more explicit ones are not of me. Those are kind of like joke stock images. Stop. Joke stock images. Get out of here. Not good. Not good. This is it. Alex thinks the Cubs definitely knew. I mean, these are things where everybody denies it. Deny, deny, deny. And now what's important in this story is that it does not, they talk about, they talk about, they pretty much cover everything here. There is no piece from the woman saying she had brought it to the Cubs front office. It sounded like she kind of felt lost in this country, had trouble with the language, had trouble with our customs, sort of. So you're in a position where she probably didn't know who to go to. She didn't know what was going on until after the fact. And, she's showing it to somebody in her home country that speaks her language and is used to the customs. Is like, oh no, this is not good. You gotta put an end to that. So, she's come forward with this. If there is more information, I gotta think there won't be any hesitancy if there's anybody with the Cubs organization. If somebody with the Cubs organization knew and nothing happened, then they need to pay. They definitely need to pay. So this just stupid. A dude doing something dumb, not realizing how it was being interpreted. The fact that he's sending these messages and he's just not getting any responses. Dude, stop. Just bad. There he is again. There's the genius. There's the Mets GM for, a couple more hours anyway. I don't know if he makes it through the night because it has not yet been an hour since the report came out. It hadn't even been an hour yet. I've been off for a half hour and I came on about 10 minutes after the report broke. So it hasn't even been an hour yet. And I guarantee you the Mets are up. Cohen's up. Allerson's up. And they're going to do something. I'm kind of just watching that now because that's next. He's out. Whenever it happens, it's going to happen. And he's out. Just dumb. Just dumb. I don't know how so much of this makes sense to somebody in their head when they're living it, when they're doing it. It just doesn't make sense. When you run for office, any skeletons in your closet will come out. This was going to come out eventually. Whether he was the Mets GM or he continued in his job with the Cubs or Arizona, I think eventually this was going to come out. It spurred it because what she doesn't want is she doesn't want this guy to, repeat this with reporters with the Mets. And he's been in Arizona. The other question is, because this sort of can lead to other women coming forward, is will there be another woman that comes forward? Did he do it more than just this once with the Cubs? Did he do it with Arizona? Will there be? Sometimes it takes one to come forward and show the strength and the courage, and then others who didn't want to get in trouble, didn't feel comfortable, will get the courage and the motivation to say, okay, this happened. It happened to me too, and I want to say something because I don't want it to happen to somebody else. It's tough. As dudes, we have a different perspective on this because in most instances we're the culprits. We try to show compassion. This is for me to try to talk about it and say what, how somebody should feel or what, what the right thing to do is, what the wrong thing to do is. That's really not for me to say because I'm a guy. Again, I haven't been in a situation and it's rough. Have a question. Dan's wondering if could affect the Springer signing, not want to sign with a team that harasses people. I don't know. If we're thinking about how this could affect the Mets, putting a team together or on the field, I don't know. I really don't know if this affects it that much because he's going to get canned. He's going to get canned, and the Mets will show that they don't condone this type of activity, and then they move on. The organization moves on. That's what'll happen. He will not. He won't get warned. He should get a warning. I don't know. I don't think he gets a warning. I think he gets bounced. That's what I think happens. So that's what I'm pretty confident happens. And when it happens, I think it could happen overnight. This is not something that you wait until tomorrow, right? This is not. Let's wait. Let's let the dust settle. I think he's gone, and I think he's gone relatively quickly. Tomorrow at the latest. I mean, in the East it is tomorrow, right? But I think he's gone. Yeah. Whether he knew what he was doing, or whether he was just a creep and he had no clue, you got to get him out. You got to get him out. He needs jail time. I mean, I don't think we know how old. I don't know if that even plays into a situation here. Obviously the age. Maybe she was a reporter, so she's working. I got to think she was somebody in her 20s. But either way, I'm not saying that that's right or wrong or anything like that. I don't know if they get jail time. He sent the pictures. It doesn't sound like he touched or did anything like that. So I don't know if there's jail time. I honestly don't know. I'm not saying I don't know, leaning towards no, he won't. I'm just saying I don't know. If there are any lawyers in here hanging out on a Monday night, if there's any lawyers that know if he could get jail time, comment in the chat and let us know. And I don't want people pretending to be lawyers. Let's see. So you're gonna have to comment, and then you're gonna have to go offline and send me your degree via a Twitter DM and all that. Yeah. Let's see. She didn't file charges. He was an idiot. She waited till he was famous to do this. I wouldn't say he's famous. He's just in a higher position of power. So what she's worried about is that he's going to do it again and again to other reporters or other staffers with the Mets. We saw it a couple years ago. It all came to light. These guys get into power and they just get put into position, and they feel like they're power hungry. Now, he wasn't really in a really high position of power. I think he's just a creep. All right, let's see here. Statute of limitations. Okay. No jail time. Statute of limitations has run out for harassment. Let's see. Definitely gets booted tomorrow. Hunter, I think so. Let's see. Stop blaming her. She was not the one who broke this. I'm not sure what you mean there. Who's blaming her? I don't know what you mean by that. Let's see. Announce the firing and then announce the Springer signing. I don't know. Don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think. Yeah, he won't get jail. I mean, he'll be put into baseball jail. Like you're not going to hire him ever again. He's done. He is a goner. Let's see. Let's see. Darcy. Let's stay on topic here. Pyro to the Mets, Silver to the Birds. Stop. Brian, inexcusable. Right. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Will this affect the signing of Springer? We're getting a lot of questions about that. I don't know. I don't think that. I mean, we're talking about baseball moves. I don't think it really does much, just because, again, the Mets are going to move on. And when the Mets move on, it's it. That organization moves on. This didn't happen under the organization's watch, so they will escort him out, and he will move on. Let's see, Kyle and Darcy, both of you, it's all good. Chill, everybody, chill. Let's see here. So anyway, that's what we are doing here tonight. We got and Darcy. Let's just chill out, guys. Couple. Just head to your corners, and Kyle's chill. All right, Darcy, are you chill? Come on, guys, let's be chill. ESPN had text from 2017. Right. I mean, ESPN had it, but they were waiting at her request to, publish the story and go forward. So they had it, but they didn't go forward without her consent. Porter will be gone. Porter will be gone. There's no doubt about that. Exactly. The Mets can fire him and they move on. That's the piece of it. So let's see here. All right, guys, listen. We're talking about this story tonight. It's it's sort of a black mark. It's not a good story. These things happen and they have to be dealt with. And I think this is going to be dealt with. It's unfortunate that these things happen, but that makes it important that they are dealt with in the right way. So, we are tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be, or if you're on the East Coast tonight, it is going to be the Ball Cap Nightcap. We will be talking about a lot of things, and one of the things we will probably dive into is who's going to be the next Mets GM. So if anybody's hanging out in here, you want to have that conversation, who could be the next GM, we're going to dive into that more on the Tuesday night nightcap. Appreciate everybody that's coming in here, hanging out. I see a lot of new names, so thank you for checking out the channel. And we were reading the report. We were reacting to the report. My feeling on this is that this guy is just a creep. He doesn't have any filter. He doesn't know when to stop. So many of these text messages. I mean, who does this? You're so pretty. Do you have a boyfriend yet? And he sends that photo. Like, that's a trifecta of stupidity. What are you doing? Anyway, I think he's just a creep. And, that's Jared Porter. And that's, what this judge just shows a lack of character. This shows a lack of judgment. So he's gone. He's gone. All right, guys, everybody that has hopped in, again, appreciate you coming in and hanging out, talking about this. We will see how it all plays out. I wouldn't be surprised if he is fired by the time we wake up tomorrow. We will see. We will see. But thank you, guys. Have a good night. And I will see you tomorrow night on the Tuesday Ball Cap Nightcap. Take it easy, guys.